Hi guys, welcome to Sported. I'm Shane, and today's news: the weekend saw another embarrassment from Liverpool. I'm trying not to swear. Where do you go from here? Where do you go from here? So we'll dive more into the Liverpool result and where we're heading, and Arne Slot's future, and the players. Plus Man United, well, at least we're not struggling. United lose again to 10-man Everton, and with Idrissa Gueye sent off for slapping Michael Keane. So we'll talk about that first because it's something different to talk about, because I'm getting sick of talking about Liverpool and the mess that we're in, and it doesn't look like we're getting out of it anytime soon. But let's change the narrative just for a second. So, this is via Sky Sports, and it says Idrissa Gueye has taken to social media to apologise for his red card for slapping Michael Keane during Everton's 1-0 win over Man United on Monday. Gueye was red carded after 13 minutes at 0-0 after the irate midfielder raised his left hand to slap Keane. After the match, wrote Gueye on Instagram, "I want to apologise first to my teammate Michael. I take full responsibility for my reaction. I also apologise to my teammates, the staff, the fans and the club. What happened does not reflect who I am or the values I stand for. Emotions can run high, but nothing justifies such behaviour. I'll make sure it will never happen again." Now, I don't know if you've seen it. Actually, just quickly, David Moyes has said to that day he likes his players. He said he likes his players fighting each other after his sending off. He said, if nothing happened, I don't think anyone in the stadium would have been surprised. I thought the referee could have taken a bit longer to think about it. I got told that the rules of the game are if you slap your own player, you could be in trouble. But there's another side to it. I like my players fighting each other. What? If someone didn't do the right action, if you want that toughness and resilience to get result, you want someone to act on it. David Moyes, what are you talking about? You can't say that. I'm disappointed we got the sending off, but we've all been footballers. No, we haven't all been footballers. We get angry with our teammates. He apologised for the sending off. He's praised the players and thanked them for it and apologised for what happened. David, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You can't slap anybody. The thing is, I was texting some friends and vice versa, and some of them were saying the game's gone. It's only a slap. He slapped his own player. You can't slap anybody. If these are role models, young kids are watching this. Not just young kids. We're all watching it. This could bleed into the kids game. This could bleed into the men's game because of what they see. Subconsciously now that's in their head. And if that wasn't a red card by the referee, then they think they can get away with it. And that's a reference point. So if that slap happened on Sunday League match, and a kids game, they go, well, Idrissa Gueye did it and he got away with it, so why can't I? What's the difference? It's the same thing. Whether it's your own player or an opposing player, you can't slap anybody. He lost his head. He got a red card. The ref was right. Some of my mates said, no, it shouldn't have been a red. It should. If you slow it down, yes, everything looks worse in slow motion, but he's raised his hand and kind of open-handedly slapped him like this, pushed him away. Yes, Michael Keane shouldn't have aggressively shoved him, but come on. I've played football to, a level, and I've been shoved. I've shoved players. But you don't turn around. I've never been slapped in the face, and I've never slapped someone in the face. You do all sorts of other things that you might be able to get away with, but a slap in the face with the cameras, with VAR, with everyone in the stadium, you can't do it. So it's sending out the wrong message to not give him a red card. So I'm amazed that David Moyes has come out and said that. because that's irresponsible. You've got to set the example, David. What are you talking about? That is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. You did wrong. You got sent off. He apologised. David Moyes should be backing that up and saying he shouldn't have done it. We need to set the examples. We're role models. Won't happen again. And have words with him behind closed doors. Not come out and say, yeah, I like my players fighting each other. David, take those tablets, David. Take those tablets. That's crazy talk. Crazy. What do you think? Anyway, right, moving on. So, Arne Slot. Right, where to go? Where to go with this without losing my mind? It's unacceptable. And the thing is, we lost 6 games at home under Klopp, but no one ever called for Klopp's head. No one wanted him sacked. It was pretty bad. It was bleak for a while, and this was in the COVID season at home, 6 in a row. Got spanked a few times, but me and my Liverpool mates, not one of us, or anybody on social media said he needs to go. He needs to go. At times I said he looked tired, and then the last season before he called it quits, I said he looks knackered. He's aged about 20 years in 10 years. But he had so much credit in the bank, and he's like Shankly-esque, isn't he? And it's funny we mentioned Shankly because Arne Slot has now equalled Shankly's record, which was in 1965. So this is via BBC Sports website. It says the 3-0 scoreline at home to Nottingham Forest was only the second time since April 1965, when Shankly was manager, that Liverpool had lost back-to-back league games by 3 or more goals following defeat at Man City. This brutally illustrated the scale of the current decline of last season's Premier League champions. It was also a 6th league defeat in 7, leaving them 11 points behind Arsenal. Liverpool's embarrassment was witnessed by chairman Tom Werner, who flew in from the States to be greeted by a gruesome spectacle that leaves Slot, who masterminded a Premier League title win in his first season, under increasing pressure. Now, right, the thing is, Slot came in, took Klopp's team, didn't really jig much, although he brought in Gravenberch and made him sit in midfield, and that was a masterstroke, and he had an amazing season, and we won the league at a canter. Dropped off at the end when Slot went off to Ibiza or was partying in O Beach. But there are no signs of Slot knowing A, what his best team is, and B, what his best formation is. Tactically, he looks lost. Selection-wise, he looks lost. He's starting to play players out of position. He's playing our best player, Szoboszlai, right back. I know it's like a hybrid role like Trent. He does go into midfield. But we are missing that pressing from the front energy, box-to-box running that Szoboszlai gives us, and was key in us winning the league last year because we pressed from the front. There's too many changes, too many drop-offs. Salah needs to be dropped, and why Slot hasn't got the balls to do it. He had the balls to drop Kwanzaa last season, first game when he got bullied, didn't he, in the first game against Ipswich. He got hooked at half-time. He had the balls to do that to a youngster, but he hasn't had the balls to drop Salah. Why? You've got Kirkez, looks like he's playing with flip-flops and he looks nervous, doesn't know whether to defend or to go forward. Frimpong's injured, Bradley injured again. Why he's not playing Gomez at right back, I don't know. He can play there, he's a defender. He gives you that solidarity in defence. He's a defence-minded player but can go forward. Isak's not fit. Why is he starting Isak instead of Ekitike? These are all the signs of a desperate manager. When it's not going well, your mind starts to play tricks on you, and you start to second-guess yourself. You make bad decisions, and he's making bad decisions week after week. You play your best informed players in their best positions to give yourself half a chance. Gravenberch is now going forward. No, just sit and protect this shaky defence, which is what you did in our title-winning season. He's clearly had a word with Gravenberch, who likes to go forward. And now we haven't got that protection, that screening of the defence. Konate's form's fallen off a cliff. It looks like I don't know if it's true, he wants to move. Good, sell him. Get rid of him in January. If he wants to go, sell him in January. Get Gahey in. I hope he's given his word to Liverpool. That's what I've heard, that he will be going to Liverpool in January. And then let's see how we are after January. I wouldn't, the knee-jerk reaction of getting rid of Slot now. No. Who are you going to bring in? Unless, saying that, if we continue, and this is relegation form, only Wolves have lost more games and are in a worse position than we are. And they are terrible. But so are we. This is worrying. If this carries on, he might not make it to Christmas. I'm saying leave it till after the January transfer window. Get Gahey in and whoever. Get a 6 in. If Gravenberch wants to go forward, get somebody else. Play Endo. For God's sakes, play somebody that's defensive-minded. Because you've got Szoboszlai, forward-thinking. Kerkez, forward-thinking. The only defenders you've got is Konate and Van Dijk. Because the others are bombing forward. Just sit. Just sit and defend and be hard to beat. Get back to basics. Come on, Slot. Work this out. Start again. Rip up the rule book. Be hard to beat. That was what we were before. But now we're too open. The confidence is gone. You're scared to drop Salah. You're not making changes. You got Chiesa, who's one of the most informed players sitting there, getting splinters in his arse. Play Ngamoa. Do something. If it doesn't work, bring on Salah. Bring on the other. Don't play Isak. Play Ekatike. Try something, because what you're doing is not working, and you're trying to shoehorn in all these new players that aren't in form or not fit, and it's just not working. It's a bloody shambles, and you're playing with your job. You are playing with fire. He will get sacked if this doesn't turn around in the next 3 games. If the He's only in. I'm sure he's only in the job now because of the Champions League. If that goes tits up, he's gone, and I'm sure they are sounding out replacements now. Absolutely terrible. It's worrying. I've never seen this. I know we had a tough time with Klopp, but this is worrying. And Slot doesn't look like he looks. Doesn't know if what to do, and look like he knows how to get out of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Easy for me to say. What do you think? What a fucking nightmare. Anyway, rant over. But I'm sure, look, if he doesn't turn it around the next 3 to 5 games, he's gone. And that's Christmas, isn't it? Gone. So, people saying he only won because it was Klopp's team, maybe that's starting to make sense. He didn't have to do much, did he? Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Stay tuned for more. Have a nice day.